Hello friends, good morning. Yesterday we have started with IPC, and in that I just said ki we will just continue and do two videos. Yesterday it was not possible for me, so please sorry for this. Please like, share, subscribe. The response is not like the view are there. Don't forget to like, share. It gives me some boosting to our efforts. So as the screen says, I will just repeat for the sake of continuity. It is the IPC's Indian Penal Code, Bharatiya Danda Sanhita, as it is in Hindi said. And there it is having, the code is having section 1 to 511 contains 23 chapters. And the code starts with introduction, provides illustration and peculiarities used in it, covers broad range of violations. It covers broad range of violations. And it was given by Lord Macaulay. It was started in the British era, and they have given such a beautiful code to India. It will still continue. Even the name changes, the basic format, basic structure, and basic ideas we are just carrying because they were good in that era now and in future also. So the overview we have just completed yesterday the chapters and how they are formed, and the one which is important I have marked in yellow color. So please note this. We will go section by section where the questions are repeated. It is given in that. Yesterday also I just told you we are just looking at the sections from exam point of view and how many times the questions are asked. जितनी बार प्रश्न पूछे गए हैं, इसका मतलब है कि एग्जामर आपसे ये चाहता है कि आप इसके बारे में जानें. The officer of court should know these basic things. And what are the basic things? They are just asking in the exam. So even if you are cleared law and you are law graduate, AIB wants us to know some basic things to stand in the court. And that is the minimum requirement which you can expect from the officer of the court. So we are supposed to know the sections, the code date, and as I just repeated, the sections, ingredients are important. So section 19 to 26, these words, it may be forming one question. Their definition of judge is explained. Judge, court of justice, public servant, movable property, wrongful gain, wrongful loss, gaining wrongfully, losing wrongfully. So these terms are important from law points of view. Dishonesty. What is dishonesty? What is fraudulently and reason to believe? Wherever in the code these words are mentioned, you have to look for the meaning in this section 19 to 26. So if the question comes like where the code has given meaning of gaining wrongfully, so you can find out here. I have just downloaded India code PDF. So we'll just look for that. Initially, I was just deciding to go for the punishment types. So as the screen is there, I will just explain it. Section 53 in chapter 3. It's very important. Yesterday also I told you about this thing. The kinds of punishment. Punishment to which offenders are liable under provision of this code are: first is death. Secondly, imprisonment for life. And third is, it was Kalapani previously. So it was just removed from, so 3 is not there. Third type of punishment is, still it is come in the, and it is removed, so the place is there vacant. And the fourthly is imprisonment, which of is of two description, namely rigorous and hard labor and simple. Fifth punishment is forfeiture of property, and sixth is fine. So if you just have a question that IPC 1860 is having 6 punishments. So this is true. 6 types of kind of punishment were in just is there in the code, but one is removed, and that is kala pani wala, as I said. So we'll just go for 19th section, as we need to see. Yes, this is this 42 special law, local law, death, life, whatever is given. So if you take a definition of word death denotes the death of human being unless the contrary appears from the context. So they are telling us what deaths we means from IPC. This code means. I'll just go for that section 19, which we have just, the words are there. Wrongful gain, wrongful loss. So it was just mentioned dishonestly, fraudulently, reason to believe, property in possession of wife, clerk, or servant. So important definitions are there. You should just, I will not go one by one, but I'm just mentioning this is a section, there is a chance of question. So what is wrongful gain? A gain by unlawful means of property in which person is getting not by legally entitled. So lawfully जो property आपके पास है वो ठीक है, that is not wrongful gain. Wrongful gain is gain, unlawful means. The means is important for of which the property is person holding, and gaining is not legally entitled. He is not entitled to get that property legally. So main things are there. 19 to, so we'll just go again for our, yes, 19 to 26, they are just telling about judge, court of justice, public servant, movable property, wrongful gain, wrongful loss, gaining wrongfully, losing wrongfully, dishonesty, fraudulently, and reason to believe. So this is the range of sections where all this you will find out. So section 34 is also important. Acts done by several persons in furtherance of common intention. So section 34 is always when there are multiple charges and there is a several persons involved. So this section you will find out in the charges. What the code says, we will go after this, but it will take long video. But our intention is to look for the questions. Section 53, punishment, as we have seen just now, punishment types. Section 53 of the IPC chapter 3 deals with kinds of punishment which can be inflicted on the offenders. They are death penalty, imprisonment for life, imprisonment, whether this is simple or rigorous. Any imprisonment is mentioned here. And forfeiture of property is also a punishment. And the last one is fine. So third punishment in this list was removed. So please remember this. In the kinds of punishment mentioned in section 53, there were previously, when the code was enacted, 1860 wala, so one punishment type वो रिमूव किया है, सेक्शन 3 है, टाइप इज थर्ड टाइप, and that is solitary confinement, separate in section 73. Please remember all this. It is chance of, because section 53 is a favorite section and you should know when you are, this is भारतीय दंड संहिता, तो दंड संहिता में दंड कौन कौन से है ये तो हमें पता होनी चाहिए. तो that is a minimum expectation from a lawyer's point of view. When you are standing in a court, you should know what kind of punishments your client will have. That is the minimum basic thing you should know. Section 76 to 106. As I said yesterday also, this is very important chapter and you should learn this thoroughly. You should know this. General exception. There is a question 76 to 95 is general exception and there 796 to 106 ये है जिसमें offender को punishment नहीं होती. And one important law, twice it was asked, the case is of R.V. Dudley versus Stephens. तो ये वाला leading case है. I have just mentioned it as the chapter 4 case in this private defense. section 76, it was asked twice. I made a star of 2 stars, means twice it was asked in the AIB exam. So from the start of the exam till the 17th one, and we are facing the 18th one on the 4th December. As the date is extended, as you may not or may be knowing this. So 4th December is our exam date. So that is a fixed date, and we are supposed to go for it is fixed, I think so. It will not change, I hope so. So now 4th December is the date. Prepare for each and every law. Whatever we are having subjects, they are very beautiful and it should be known from the basics. At least we are supposed to know the basics of the law, and that is not wrong. We are supposed to know this. So look for this section 76 in chapter 4. The range is of 76 to 106. As I told you yesterday also, we should make a chart of it. A simple chart बनाइए जिसमें ये आप लगा सकते हैं किसी दीवार पे, and you will just find out the repeated section and the questions. I'm just repeating section 76 important. You can mark it. There was twice question on this. I'll just read it out. A issued a warrant to a police officer to arrest P, but the officer arrest Q after the due inquiry being Q to be P. उसको लगा कि Q है जिसका वारंट नहीं है, फिर भी उसको लगता है कि P वो पर्सन है जिसको अरेस्ट करना है. तो पुलिस ऑफिसर को ये लग रहा है अरेस्ट करना है P को, लेकिन वो करता है Q को. सो हियर P has committed no offense by virtue of section 76 of IPC. So section 76 of IPC हम लोग देखेंगे, because जनरल सेक्शन पे मैं सोच रही हूँ कि when if you get a time we'll just go for this section deeply. So there was another question on the same section 7. It was serially just because the first question I will just find out, so I just serially made as a one. That was old exam. So जो भी है आज का है तो recently you will get as a number incremental likewise. So section 76 का second time it was asked the same question. A issued a warrant to police officer. This is illustration from IPC. So डायरेक्ट illustration दिया है. आप ये मान के चलिए कि ये important section है, आपको तीसरी बार भी पूछ सकते हैं. Section 76 where 76 is giving he has committed no offense by virtue of section 76. The similarity is there in the section, so I did not repeat this. Section 80, no want of proper caution of offense. When illustration is there directly, as I said, illustration of hatchet, accident or murder. So this is the question asked. A is at work with hatchet. The head flies off. The head flies off. This is not flies off. It is actually head flies off. Head जो होता है hatchet का वो उड़ जाता है. And what it does, it kills a man who is standing by it. And there was no want of proper caution on the part of A. तो A ने गुनाह किया है कि नहीं, ये illustration बता रहा है. A काम कर रहा है जिसमें वो hatchet से काम कर रहा है, कुल्हाड़ी से, जिसका हेड अचानक से उड़ जाता है और एक आदमी जो खड़ा है बाजू में उसका सर उससे उड़ जाता है. Actually that illustration says likewise only in Hindi. So A kills, the man is killed standing by. If there was no want of proper caution on the part of A, his act is excusable and not an offense on the virtue of section 80 of IPC. So this is accident. No proper caution is needed because it is an accident and he will not be liable for punishment. So this is defense. As I said, it is category of general defenses 76 to 106. This we are going for section 80. It was asked once. Section 82. This is a favorite question. As you can see, no offense child below 7 years. In IPC, nothing is an offense which is done by a child under. This is the question actually. Section 82 IPC. This is a presumption of law. A child below 7 years doesn't know, and any offense by a child below 7 years is presumpted and he is innocent. This is presumption of law. 7 साल के बच्चे को किसी भी गुनाह के लिए लायबल नहीं ठहराया जा सकता, ये सेक्शन 82 बोल रहा है. And the question is like that only. In the IPC, nothing is an offense which is done by a child under 7 years. Please remember this. This was asked twice, as it is marked in the red 2 stars. So we are just dealing the questions which are repeated, and the section also we are just marking, and these are important. Section 96 to 106 प्राइवेट डिफेंस दिया है. ये क्वेश्चन 4 बार पूछा गया है, तो आप जान के चलिए कि ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंस है कि हम लोगों को ये मालूम होना ही चाहिए. I will just make one session on this, and I'm just having intention that we should know all the basic things. We are a lawyer and we are standing in a court, and we should know all these defenses which can save our innocent client from any kind of punishment. Whatever we have, 5 punishments are there, from death to simple imprisonment, and the lowest is the fine. That is the punishments, and we can save our client, innocent client, from these offenses which are not offenses. They are not treated as offenses in general defenses. So section 96 to 106 private defense, 96 to 106, these are repeated questions. So please remember this. The right to private defense is available where there is no time to have recourse of पब्लिक अथॉरिटीज. अगर मुझे टाइम ही नहीं है पब्लिक अथॉरिटीज और पुलिस को कॉल करने के लिए, तो आई कैन सेव माई सेल्फ, एंड दिस इज माई राइट गिवन बाय द कोड. It is not treated as offense. So we'll just continue in the next video, and I think I'm happy as I'm just targeting this, as I targeted for the IPC code and the repeated questions in this. Now I'm okay. We will just go for till section 511, that is chapter 23. In the next videos, we'll try to make 2 videos daily. And thank you very much. Thanks for nice and support. I'm obliged.